Welcome back to Character Select. Dave and Tyler, Detective and Noteboy, back for more Scene Investigators, where we are moving on
why
to...
am I still here with you, Dave?
I mean, you know...
I'm just kidding. I was continuing off of the thing from the last... I was continuing off the thing from the last episode.
There was a gathering of our friends for a dinner party over at apartment 402. The celebration came to a halt when a lifeless body collapsed on the floor. By carefully examining the details of the scene, can you piece together what happened at this dinner gathering?
So I want to think. We have 3 cases here. 3 people died on this floor.
So this is 2 years.
What day was this?
This is April 21st, 2002. 2 years before.
2 years before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got a lovely dinner party here. Very small apartment with a little dinner party.
Nice little bag.
There's smoker.
Yep. They believe in cup of tea. Nice.
I'd like a brand called Cup of Tea. They drank a glass of wine.
There's blood. This is not blood. This is wine.
But also, if you look at the other glasses, like, we have stuff that isn't red wine. We have, like, rosé, red wine,
nothing,
coffee, and or cup of tea.
Yeah.
In an empty glass, but with no food on it. No food on the plate.
This plate, nobody was sitting at spot number 5.
Correct. So if there was a 5th guest, they never showed up. But they set a place for number 5. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Right. And so I assume the head of the table there, that also has, like, food and whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone other than place of setting 5 has food and drink in their glass.
Also, white sauce, red sauce? Interesting.
So, well, the setting number 4? 1. Setting number 1 clearly is, like, a different kind of person. They have, like, red sauce, and they have a cup of tea. Everyone else has some form of alcohol.
Right.
So maybe they have, like, a special diet or something?
Maybe.
Okay.
Fork?
They were in the middle of eating, because the fork was, etc.
Oh, there's different soups.
Ooh, that looks actually pretty damn good. Is that like asparagus and, like, scallops, shrimp? Carrots?
Considering the fact that they're using knives, forks, and plates, I'm assuming this is like some kind of jambalaya, maybe?
Maybe, but you'd still use a fucking spoon.
I mean, not necessarily. Alright, we got some things there.
We have a little cute little duck there.
Quack.
There's a kettle on the counter for the cup of tea.
For the cuppa. We got bottles of wine. We'll look at those.
And champagne.
Only this one was opened, it looks like. A wine
but that doesn't
glass.
make sense because one of the other cups has the other cup has not red wine in it, so it has to be some other drink. So it's somebody's birthday party, perhaps?
Yeah.
Perhaps?
Jesus.
I don't know what painting that is. Is that Jesus?
No. It's not. Orations. Conformist with a cause. Instead of rebel without a cause. That's great. That's fucking fantastic.
I like that a lot.
Alright, this is the only room we can get to. Nothing else we can do here. Okay.
Yeah, let's take a look. All right.
So, first thing I noticed is this. That's got red on it.
I'm going to assume that's, well, I don't know. Because they didn't have any red food and they didn't have red wine. Why is their napkin red?
Yeah.
This has red stuff. I mean, we know there's a pot of red stew.
Yeah.
And this person clearly had some kind of red stew. You can look at the wine glass there. There's like a residue inside. A woman potentially drank this.
So the person that died is because
your lips don't leave a stain on the glass like that if you're not wearing lipstick. So I would assume, happy birthday, my daughter. So this is a daughter's birthday. Potentially.
Happy birthday, Jess. Thank you for all the support while I was in AA. That's spot number 1. Ronnie is a lucky man to have you. I hope you have a great year.
Okay, so maybe Victor is spot 1.
Okay, notes.
Because he's clearly he's either the guy who didn't show up or the person who had tea.
Yeah, but the card is here, so I would assume that he is here.
Right. And then her husband or boyfriend. I don't know. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Who's the boyfriend?
Ronnie.
Okay. So Ronnie is the boyfriend or husband. We don't know. Right. Okay. That's all we need to know there.
Yeah.
And she has the mother's card in the pile.
Yep.
Nothing important there. We know that this was apparently on her birthday because there were presents here. Unopened presents.
Jessica's birthday, 8/24.
Ronnie leaves for New Orleans. Ronnie comes back the day before her birthday.
CBA 50th anniversary special appointment with Dr. Richardson.
We don't know what the appointment with Dr. Richardson is. Maybe she's pregnant.
Right. That's a huge leap, but okay, go for it.
Well, just my thought here is that, like,
I know.
Well, just like, you know, sometimes you have these sorts of shitty cases where, like,
I'll be with that in a second.
The dude is away on a vacation.
Well,
the woman realizes, like, goes to the doctor, realizes she's pregnant. The dude comes back after that doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
She tells him on that day, or she tells him on that day, and then her birthday's the next day, and he's like, the dude's like, I can't have a kid. I got a career and shit, so I got to get rid of her.
Seems excessive, okay, yeah.
I mean, there's some fucked up people.
That's true.
That are like that.
I think it's far more likely that Dr. Richardson told her something like, "Hey, you have a brain aneurysm."
Well,
or you're about to.
You know, each one of those is equally likely, so we'll see.
All right. Beef stew, flour, salt, black pepper, chuck roast, veggie oil, yellow onion, dry red wine. That's why there's 2. One is alcoholic and one is non-alcoholic.
So everyone that has...
But
no,
that
doesn't
wouldn't
make
sense.
Because why do you... Yeah.
Beef broth, thyme sprigs, carrots.
Sounds like a pretty standard beef stew. Sounds pretty good.
Heat oil, blah, blah, blah. Remove to a large
Anything
bowl.
on the back?
I can't turn this one around.
Okay.
Pour in the wine,
looks like it's,
scrape.
Yeah, it looks like there should be more for it. That doesn't look like that's important, since we can tell that, at the very least, we can tell that the red stuff is the beef stew.
Yeah. There was some stuff over here. Let's see.
Yeah. A wallet.
Ronnie Grayson.
Okay, so that's a dude. And he was here, because his wallet's here.
Yeah.
And if Jess isn't named Jess Grayson, then she's not married. He brought her... So what is today? Today is the 24th.
Yep.
He bought her
the wine
a box of wine.
Okay, wait, hold on.
And some chocolates.
We can immediately make a deduction here. Hold on.
Yeah.
So this bottle of Da Vinci wine is open? Or is it?
Well, turn it around so you
For
can look at
those
it.
new to the fine art of drinking, please follow these helpful tips. Make sure to hold the wine glass from the neck, but make sure not to hold it like a handle. Cradle the cup. For filling up the wine glasses, do not fill to the brim. A filled wine glass is a third filled. This is proper etiquette.
I mean, that's not something you usually see on a bottle of wine, but okay, yeah, I'm sure.
My thought was he bought the wine too late for her to put it into the stew, but I can't tell.
Well, he bought a box of wine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a box of wine, it's probably like, 4 or 6 bottles, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you mean that you think that he bought like a crate of it?
No, I think that he went out and grabbed the wine, but the wine is not what was put into the beef stew.
Well, then I don't know what could have been. Well, we haven't seen another bottle yet, so.
Celine's Kitchen, valet parking from 214.02 to 214.02. Why did you keep that?
So he was at a restaurant on the 14th from 6:49 to 8:20. Where was he on 214?
We don't know. It's April.
Yeah, that's true.
Dr. Terry Charleston, director, abortion clinic.
So I would assume that my thought that the woman was pregnant seems to be correct, and also that the guy didn't want a child.
Okay.
Okay, check card. And the,
why are you calling him?
What's the thing in the top right there? Of the wallet.
Celine's Kitchen.
Oh, right. Okay. So this guy, or Jess, might have been pregnant. Great. Ronnie clearly has a card for an abortion clinic for some reason.
Lewis Hampton.
Maybe he knew that she's been pregnant for a while now, or something.
I mean, eventually you can't hide it.
Well, I more mean like it's not like she just announced it yesterday, and it's like she went to the doctor and was like, "Hey, this the pregnancy's going great. We're gonna be happy parents and whatever." And he's like, "Yeah."
So this
you know what I mean,
right? No, I get what you mean. I don't know. I'm not following. I'm not putting my faith in that logic just yet. We don't have enough evidence, but
I'm just tossing stuff at the board. Is all I'm doing.
Yep.
We have plenty of evidence we haven't looked at yet.
I mean, this is clearly a Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah.
6.
That's absolutely Valentine's Day. Obviously, it's February 14th, so
8:20 p.m.
But also, that's not very long to be in a restaurant.
I mean, it depends on the service, right?
Well, no. Like, I mean, you go in.
West Pike Auto.
That's an hour and 40 minutes that you're in this restaurant. Right?
Yeah.
That's not... If you're having a Valentine's Day, date with your partner, hour and 40 minutes in a restaurant doesn't seem like a lot of time.
I can't look at that further, so I don't know what he got in there. Nico Patch.
I see.
So she's trying to stop smoking.
So she was the smoker, but is trying to stop potentially once she realized that she was pregnant.
Oh.
Maybe she realized she was pregnant after that Valentine's Day. Or maybe that was like the date of conception or something, Jess and Ronnie go have a fun time at Celine's Kitchen, come home,
pork in the Orkies.
have some more fun. And then, a month later or something, she's starting to feel nauseous, morning sickness and whatever. goes to the doctor, realizes she's pregnant, and then Ronnie's like panicking. It's like, I can't be a father right now.
Entirely possible.
And Jess, clearly is like, she's trying to quit. Especially when you see that she has a ashtray in her house and a pack of matches from the Celine's kitchen that she went to potentially just 2 months ago. So you can make the assumption that she's trying to be responsible.
Dr. Richardson is not the abortion doctor. Okay, good to know.
No.
Okay.
I would assume that would be her gynecologist or whatever.
So, the lipstick that Jess was wearing specifically says it does not mark or smear. And yet...
What if this is her mother, maybe?
Maybe. There's more information that we could get.
Yes, there's the computer that we haven't looked at yet, and there's this thing.
Margaret Willard. Dear Jessica, it's been a month since you came to visit me. Remember what we talked about? I think it's time you ended things with him. You've endured for too long and need to move on.
Can we stop having, like, bad relationships with dudes? Like, this isn't, like... You know what I mean? Like, can we... Ugh. I don't like how this game is just constantly, like... Every single dude that these women are with are like some alcoholic or some asshole or some gambling addict or something like that.
I think that Margaret is kind of getting the wrong impression because clearly we haven't found anything that says that Ronnie is an asshole yet.
No. But I'm just saying, like, can we have like a relationship that's like not shitty?
Possibly.
Okay.
This account is currently locked out and may not be logged onto.
So this is Ronnie's computer.
Somebody was trying to log into Ronnie's information? Why?
And it's not like you can type in a password there, right?
No, I can't do anything.
Okay.
It's just...
So somebody's trying to get into his computer. Maybe she... Alright, is that all the,
That seems to be everything that we can interact with.
What about in the trash can?
Oh, wait, no, there's a couple other things.
Oh, yeah.
Victor, James, and Carol. Not Margaret.
So we have 4 guests.
My cousin cannot drink anything with alcohol. Serve him something else instead. James is left-handed.
Okay, that's important.
James is left-handed.
No, this is James.
What makes you say that?
Because the fork is usually supposed to be on the left.
No, other way around.
No, because there's 4 letters in it. Knife and spoon are supposed to be on the right. Fork is on the left.
Okay, so James is the person that didn't show up then.
Because if you look at the other place settings, the spoon is supposed to be on the right, but like the other settings, the spoon is all on the left.
Right.
But that specific one there, the spoon's on the right.
Okay, so number 5 is James, and he did not show up. Which...
And so who couldn't have alcohol?
My brother. My cousin.
So who is her
Victor.
cousin?
Victor. So Victor was
So
sitting
I would
at spot
assume
number
this
1.
is Victor.
Yeah.
So then we have James, who didn't show up.
So,
Victor, who is number 1 there.
Yeah.
And then we have
Ronnie
3 people.
And Jess. And the mother.
So did the mother die?
Yes.
That makes sense because she's at the head of the table.
Well, no, it makes more sense when you think about it this
Jess
way.
Jess would be the one over here with like the
Carol. No.
Who's Carol?
Yeah. So James didn't arrive. Who the hell is Carol?
Check the Victor's her friend. You don't have a Carol here. There's nothing in this that indicates a name of any kind. Do we have any way, anywhere, to find like a Carol? What about the phone?
Can't interact with that.
Okay.
Okay, it's time to go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for clues.
Oh, turn around.
Oh.
Go back outside. Oh, I thought that was like a smudge on the wall that might be a clue, but no, it's a power outlet. Sorry.
Power outlets are planned smudges on the wall.
A bit, yeah.
Like,
nothing interesting
I think
in
we
here.
were onto something right up until we realized that there were other people. Who the fuck is Margaret Willard?
Margaret is the mother.
Yeah.
So Carol's like her cousin?
Can't do anything with that. It seems like
Where did you get her cousin's name from?
From the Post-it notes.
Yeah, how do you know who's the cousin?
My cousin cannot drink anything with alcohol. Serve him something else instead. And there's only 2 gentlemen, and we've identified James.
Okay, so Victor is the cousin. He sent her a letter. So Carol is
somebody else.
I would assume some sort of friend.
Yeah, I'm trying to read those to see if there was anything on them.
Maybe Carol is the dead one.
Maybe. But then who the hell is Carol? Okay, here's the case of wine. 1, 2.
1, 2.
Yeah.
She clearly drank some of the red wine.
Oh, that glass just disappeared. Interesting. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. And then, of course, this is interesting. And this is interesting. But is there nothing else? Like, can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there.
Alright, what questions do we have to ask? Answer, or whatever.
Help me, Jesus.
Jeebus, take the wheel. Anything in the curtains there?
Nope.
Okay. Alright, what questions do we have to answer here?